Hi, welcome to the Safewise Soundcheck. Today I have my neighbor, Becca Lowe, with me. And Becca has a son with autism. And how old is he?
So Finn is 8.
He's 8 years old. And like I said, Becca's my neighbor. And I met you on Facebook, actually. You had put out a post about how if we ever saw your son out alone, he was autistic, that meant he was eloping and he could be in danger. So thought about you joining us on the podcast today and talking to us a little bit about your challenges and some of the things that you've done and what's worked and what hasn't, and just everything you learned on this journey. Yeah.
Of course.
So how about we just start with you telling me a little bit about how you learned that Finn was autistic and that he had an elopement risk.
So we found out Finn was autistic at 22 months old. The very first thing that we noticed is he had no words. So not mom and dad, no, like nothing. We spent all night just searching, like, is he autistic? Is he not autistic? Maybe he's fine. Maybe he's not. Like, we don't know, because he seemed neurotypical other than speech. So we took him, he got evaluated. It was a pediatrician, a psychologist, a speech therapist, an OT, and they all watched him for like 2 hours and came back, said he's autistic. And as he aged, you can see more parts of the autism in him. But as a little baby with his first diagnosis, you couldn't really see it other than everybody else was talking and he wasn't. We didn't really notice elopement as much until probably 5, 6.
Okay.
But at 2, 3, he was breaking out of the baby gates. So that was our sign that we didn't realize was a sign until later on. But definitely a sign.
So he was breaking out of baby gates. And you're like, this is just, he's just being a baby.
Yeah.
And then did one day he just do something like that made you go, oh?
Well, he didn't necessarily do that. It kind of just like eased into it, and we realized like we were getting past the age where like everybody else can take their hands off their kid to walk across the street or down the sidewalk, and ours would still dart into the street, or ours would still leave the yard, or like things like that. So you get to where you have a 2, 3-year-old, they're going to play in their backyard and they're not going to leave. Finn would just go. Who knows where he would end up? He's on an adventure somewhere. He just would not stay where he was supposed to be, and that's when we kind of started to notice the elopement tendencies.
Okay. So what did you try to do to keep him from eloping?
So when he was smaller, it was a lot easier because he was, like 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall. So like we could get taller gates and higher locks. And so we didn't have to get anything necessarily more difficult when he was little. It was just more so we just kept putting things up higher in the door frame. And now he's almost as big as me. So, and I'm not very big, but if I can reach it, Finn can reach it. So we can't do that anymore.
Okay, so like locks and stuff would just get
we
put
would
up
do just
higher,
like
higher.
a chain, like a closet would have just like a chain lock or a keypad lock or something, and it was just to where he couldn't reach it, or even a baby gate with the lock at the top, and then he just couldn't reach it. It wasn't anything special for a while.
Okay, yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you have said that he's like very mechanically minded, like he can take stuff
he's
apart.
like a mechanical genius. Yes. Yeah, like that is his specialty, is taking things apart, putting things back together, seeing how things work. And he did that. Our first sign was with like baby gates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we would install a baby gate, be like, there's absolutely no way he's getting out of this, and he'd walk right up to it and pull the little lever and open the door. And we're like, all right, so that one didn't work.
So did he ever like try to just unscrew the locks, or is that
how things work? And he did that. Our first sign was with like baby gates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we would install a baby gate, be like, there's absolutely no way he's getting out of this, and he'd walk right up to it and pull the little lever and open the door. And we're like, all right, so that one didn't work.
So did he ever like try to just unscrew the locks, or is that a concern that you have had?
So that is a concern now. When he eloped in the middle of the night back in September, he took his fingernail and unscrewed the deadbolt out of the door, and that's how he got the door open.
Wow.
Yeah. So didn't need a tool. Just knew what he was doing and took all the little screws out. Disassembled our door.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you seem like you have a pretty, like, happy, like, okay, this is how it is attitude. But have you ever felt scared?
Oh, we feel terrified every day of our lives. Yeah. I mean, so you have to have a, like, almost go with the flow type attitude about it, because that's who he is. You can't change who he is. We don't want to change who he is. But we have to, like, outsmart him, and but I mean, it's terrifying to think about. When he got out, he was out for 2 hours in the middle of the night, in the dark, naked, running around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he made it almost as far as, like, here from our house.
Really?
Yeah, so several blocks away.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. I mean, there's bodies of water. There's busy streets to cross.
Yes. Our whole neighborhood is basically in a loop of a big river. So, yeah.
And he doesn't understand danger.
No.
So.
Is that, based on your research, is that something that can improve with time, or like just no, they're
So like elopement in general, or
elopement in general and understanding danger?
they both do improve, and I feel like with him we have seen improvements with both of them. Today I actually posted it on Facebook. He walked to school without being held for the first time. We have to have like a death grip on him everywhere we go, because he'll just dart. He just, he sees something, he wants it. He can't communicate he wants it. He'll just go for it. But today was the first day ever. I mean, he just walked. He knew he had to go to school, and he walked to school. Mm-hmm. So, you see, I mean, and they're not, to us, they're huge. Yes. To other people, you're like, okay, he walked to school. Yeah. Like, but you see these improvements over time. It just takes time.
Yeah. So, did you have to, obviously you had to practice that. That just didn't just happen.
That does not just happen. Yeah. No, that is, so like as far as, that specific situation, even just his elopement situation, he goes to ABA therapy 3 days a week. And so that's applied behavioral analytics. And his main task there is elopement. So like learning not to elope, learning to stop before he leaves a certain area, learning to ask if he wants to go do something. So, I mean, he works very hard on trying to not elope.
Heck yeah. He looked really proud.
He is very proud. And he's very proud.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah. So we talk a lot about tech, obviously, on Safewise. And there are some tools out there like GPS trackers and geofencing. And I was telling you a little bit before we started recording that it's just not good enough.
No.
Did you try any of those things?
We did. So we've tried the Angel Sense device. Mm-hmm. I feel like it costs about $500 a year, somewhere around in there. It is. He had the belt so that he couldn't take it off because Finn likes to strip. Clothes are the worst thing that you've ever done for him. Mm-hmm. So the belt he can't remove with his articles of clothing. And we liked it. The two flaws that we found with it was the first one of sometimes he would just be sitting still and it would be tracking him like going up a hill or somewhere. Like, false alarms. So I would be like texting school like, hey, is Finn there? And they're like, yeah, he's sitting right here, send me a picture. And I'm like, oh, okay, it says he's, a quarter mile down the road right now. Yeah. So that one was difficult when, you're specifically thinking he's going to be in one location. Yeah. And the tracker says he's not. And then the other one was it has to charge every day. So the battery life on it was not that great. So like he could wear it at school, but he couldn't also wear it at home. And he does elope at night sometimes. And he elopes from the house. The 2 times he's had his biggest elopements have been from our home. Okay. Because there's not somebody, we're asleep. Yeah. Or, it's just one adult with 3 children or, something like that. At school, he has a one-on-one aid. Yeah. So that's a little bit better for him. So Angel Sense. Yeah, Angel Sense we did about a year of that subscription. And then we were like, that's not worth the price. Yeah. And then a lot of people have recommended AirTag. But the problem with the AirTag is, there's a lot of problems with AirTags. But the main one that's like our concern is he would have to wear it like on a watch or in his shoe or something like that. And those are all things he can remove. Mm-hmm. So we don't have a way to put it on him not removable. Yeah. What else have you done anything else like tech-wise or even not tech-wise? So at our house we have a Ring camera. Mm-hmm. So we do the Ring camera. We have upstairs, downstairs, inside, and then we have front and back yard so that it can alert us if he goes out. We've also found flaws with those, which I feel like we've found flaws with everything we've tried. So that's why you really need multiple avenues to kind of counteract where one's going to fail. Yeah. When he eloped the very first time, it was actually midday, and he looked like I was upstairs, and he just ran downstairs straight out the door. But he ran so fast, our Ring camera didn't even trigger. Oh, so then I think he's still in the house, and I'm searching in the house. Nope, he was in the neighbor's house actually. So don't leave your door unlocked. Okay. Finn's just gonna make himself at home. Yeah. Oh, okay. Was anyone home? They were. Okay. They were home. Hey, Finn. They were like, he won't talk to us. I'm like, well, he can't talk. Huh. Yep. That would be a surprise. So tell me a little bit too about the bed that you had to buy. So we've gotten 2 beds. We tried to get the Z-Pod, which looked real futuristic. It was like more plastic and sturdy. Apparently there are not very many distributors for the Z-Pod, which it'd be great to see more of that, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So we do not have a local distributor for Z-Pod. So we had the money for it. We were like, we will pay you cash. We're not even trying to go through insurance, and couldn't get it in our area. So then we went with Cubby Bed, which has been okay. It's a full-size bed, net enclosure on a metal frame. So it's the biggest one. Well, it's one of 2 biggest ones. I think Bed by George is also a full-size, possibly. I could be wrong. We're not in love with it though, because he has already eloped from the Cubby Bed. Okay. Yeah. He figured out the stuck his finger through like a hole and unzipped. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, 8 sleeps in. Oh, he got out of his Cubby Bed. Yeah. But we also have the Safe Sleeper by Abrams Nation, I think it's called. Okay. And it is actually comes in a suitcase. and it's like collapsible. You can break it apart, you can put it back together.
Uh-huh.
It's more of like a travel bed. You can buy different sizes. Ours is just a twin size bed.
Okay.
That one's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one zips up. It's a mesh frame, zips up, and then it has Velcro that goes over the top. So I mean, there is no way for him to get his little hand out, reach. He would have to go this way over the top of the bed, pull the Velcro. So it's just not sturdy enough for long term use.
I gotcha.
So pros and cons of both. The cubby bed is extremely sturdy, but Finn was a little too smart for that one.
Yeah.
So
walk me through like a day with Finn. You say like someone has to have a hand on him.
Someone has to have a hand or eyes on him at all times.
Okay.
He's a little more chill at home, but like we don't let him, like he doesn't go anywhere by himself. Like when he gets up to go to the bathroom, an adult goes with him to the bathroom. If he goes to the kitchen, an adult goes to the kitchen with him. And then if we are out of the house, you have a hand on him at all times. Mm-hmm. If not, both of us have a hand on him because he could wiggle away if he wanted to.
And like going to the bathroom, is that because he could get out of a window and that kind of thing?
Just get into anything. He loves electricity and plumbing and stuff like that. On more than one occasion, we have let him go to the bathroom by himself and then like turned on our sink and we're like, oh, why do we hear water dripping down because he's just, decided he needed that pipe for his bedroom and not for the sink. Yeah, just things like that. Yeah.
Okay, so not necessarily safety
not
risk.
Safe. Well, safety in a way, but not a
don't mix
risk.
That plumbing and the electricity.
That one just goes back to his seeing how things work and his like engineer brain almost that he has.
Yeah. So. Okay. And you are working on getting him a service dog.
We are. Right? So dog's paid for. We're getting our dog through 4 Paws for Ability in Xenia, Ohio. $20,000. So we raised in Xenia, Ohio. $20,000. So we raised that.
Yeah, Becca's wearing her shirt. I'm not wearing mine today. It's actually dirty.
Cause for a cause. But yeah, so we did a t-shirt fundraiser, we did a glow dance fundraiser, and we did a yard sale, and we raised our money in 2.5 months, $20,000 in 2.5 months. Yeah, so the community absolutely rallied around that. Mm-hmm. So they do not even like start working on your dog, like breeding your dog, until you pay your money. So it'll be about 1.5 years before we actually bring home Finn's dog.
Okay. And what will the dog be trained to do?
So 3 main tasks, search and rescue. So if Finn were to elope from wherever, it would be able to track his scent and go find him. Anchoring will be like the main one.
Okay.
Finn will be tethered to the dog, so he'll have a belt around him and then a 6-foot leash, and then the dog will have his harness. Mm-hmm. And if Finn tries to elope anywhere, like it's more so like if you're in public, like let's say we're walking through the mall and Finn's like, I'm going that way. And the rest of the family's like, no, we're going this way. And Finn tries to go that way, the dog just lays down. So the dog makes an anchor, Finn's going nowhere because it's like a 90-pound dog, 100-pound dog.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so he won't be going anywhere. And then it also will be trained in like some deep pressure therapy type, laying on him certain ways. So if he gets overstimulated, then that dog will.
That's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love that one.
Exactly. Yeah. That'll be a good one that like he doesn't know that he's going to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like he'll probably be like, what are you doing? And then he'll realize that's very enjoyable for him. So.
And what will that mean to you guys?
Oh, well, it's going to be an extra set of hands.
Yeah.
I mean, like, now that we know that we are getting the dog, when we go places, we're like, imagine having the dog right now. Mm-hmm. Like Finn had to go have surgery a couple months ago, and we're like, having that dog in that situation, like he's upset laying in the bed, the dog will lay with him. Mm-hmm. So that'll calm him down. Or like we're going to the zoo, we're going to an amusement park. Yeah. We don't have to like have this tight grip on our kid. He can walk just like everybody else through the amusement park, and the dog will make sure he stays where he's supposed to be. Yeah. So, and then the search and rescue part is fantastic too. The type of dog he's getting is part Newfoundland. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I think is pretty cool about Newfoundlands is their sense of smell heightens with water.
Okay.
So autistic kids are not always, but often drawn to bodies of water. Mm-hmm. And so they say if your child elopes, search water first.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And so where we live right by the river, it's good knowing that if Finn goes to that water, that dog will be able to know. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
And everything is time sensitive. So having that dog will help that.
Yes. So you have done a great job informing neighbors that your child has an elopement risk. And if we see him out and about, call you immediately. Mm-hmm. I hope I'm not confusing you with someone else, but did you also take him down to the police department train the police department?
We've met with the police officers, and we talked to them just about autism in general, and they did a class. Elle from Yes Arts helped with a class for them to just like understand autistic individuals and elopement needs, things like that. Mm-hmm. We gave them his picture, his height, his weight, his name, what he likes to do. Yeah. I mean, everything. And they're like, well, how will we know to get him in the car? Mm-hmm. Like, you just show him the lights and the buttons.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like he'll be right there with you.
Really?
But it has helped out because since we took him down there, we have had 2 incidents where we've had to call the police to help us find him.
Yeah.
And so them knowing, that's actually how they, so when he got out in September, we were not awake.
Mm-hmm.
We were asleep. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and they knew what house to go to. The police knew what house to go to because people were calling, reporting that they saw Finn out, gave a description, and it matched the description that we had given the police.
Mm-hmm.
So without us having to report that Finn was out, they already came to us.
Yeah.
And so that also, like, I recommend that anybody does that if they have a child that elopes, because that also helped the entire situation. You know, they didn't know who he was, even if they'd found him.
Yeah.
He would have been sitting at the police station waiting for his parents to wake up and see his face on Facebook or, you know, something like that. Like, you see the kids all the time of, like, does anybody know who my parents are?
Yeah. Yeah. So were they able to get Finn in the car and bring him home?
So he took himself home with a police officer following behind him. Just running down the street, just enjoying his life. But yeah, they got him. They got him back home.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Do you, so have you done anything else, that I'm just not aware of? I
mean, locks on our doors.
Yeah.
When he took the deadbolt out, because that one was like with a key, we were like, okay, well, that's not an option. So our new thing that we have, and it has kept him in there, he has not been able to figure it out yet. We took one of the keypad locks, so where you like punch the buttons in, turned the keypad to the inside. So like the outside is just the little flip, you know.
Yeah, the deadbolt.
But inside he has to know the code. And so even if he like slightly figures out the code, we can change the code. And so we can just keep changing that for the rest of our lives, I guess. I don't know if that keeps him in the house. So that one has been our number one safety device.
That's pretty
I
cool.
guess, yeah. Before that, it was, have you seen those locks that you have to take and you pull out and over?
No. Mm-mm.
So there's one, you actually have to like, I mean, you have to like put it in the door frame almost, but it's like you pull it out and over. I'll send you a link.
Oh, okay.
Until he could figure that one out. That one lasted probably like 3 years for us.
Okay.
So it was good. Didn't last forever.
Yep.
But it might for other kids. It's all, you know, when I think about autistic safety or elopement safety, Finn is not necessarily the same as other children that are eloping. So, you know, for some kids, it's just the, you know, they're overwhelmed or something and that's why they run. Finn is like, I'm going to figure out this door. And then I'm going to go figure out somebody else's door or, you know, whatever it is he wants to go figure out. So he really takes the time. He plots and plans because you'll tell like when he's walking past something, he's already got like step 2, 3, and 4 in his head and he just needs to figure out 5.
You're like, I see those.
He's out of there. Yeah, exactly. You can watch him. And you're like, no, sir.
So this just occurred to me. There might be some parents out there who are like, okay, my kiddo he has an elopement risk. And somebody has to be on him at all times. But how do I let him like run and play and be a kid while also keeping him safe? I know that y'all found an activity where he seemed to not run away. Hiking. Yeah.
I mean, you really just have to get to know your child. And you have to not be scared to take them places and try new things. Yeah. Because if you're like, oh, well, we can't go do that, they'll run away. Then you will literally sit in your house. Yes. And they'll still probably run away from your house. So, I mean, you're not safe anywhere. You might as well try we started hiking with him and we found that he will literally just walk with his family on the trail.
That's so
He's
cool.
a happy little guppy, you know, just walking. So we walk and try new trails. And you have to go on the ones that he picks, but it makes him happy. So
I guess there are some like fenced in recreational places, but
yeah, you can go to fenced in playgrounds. And the thing is, I mean, you can think this is safe and then they find the latch, they climb the fence, somebody leaves something open. You know, there's always a risk. If you have a child with an elopement risk, there's always a risk that they will elope. But you can't live with that fear of, I can't do anything because they're going to elope. Yeah. You just gotta be speedy. Yeah.
Did you like have a mentor or did you just like, this was your attitude from the get-go?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. We have some friends that I would probably consider more mentors. They do not have children that elope. So they are more just, they have autistic children and their children are a little bit older than mine. And so when we're having a really bad day, they're like, no, it's fine. You can have a bad day and then it'll get better. And then, you know, and then we have friends that have children that are younger than us. And I'm that one of going, it's okay to have your bad day. You have your bad day and then it'll get better. But we don't really have anybody else that we know that their child elopes, at least not to the capacity that Finn does. So that one, we're just riding the wave. We're figuring that one out
the flow
by the day.
Yeah. So, let's see. I need to check my notes.
we're just riding the wave. We're
Yep,
figuring that one
going
out
with the flow.
by the day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let's see. I need to check my notes. So we talked about solutions that haven't worked and ones that have worked. Was there anything else that was just like, well, this doesn't work?
Oh, almost every lock we've ever tried.
Every lock you've ever tried.
Chain lock, he's got it within 30 seconds, and yeah.
Let's see. Are there any other like? I mean, I know we're focusing a lot on elopement, but are there any other like safety challenges that you think about that are like related to his autism and not necessarily the fact that he's just a little kiddo?
Well, so like a safety challenge just in the way that he does not understand danger. So like he doesn't know you can't pull the wires out of a light. He doesn't understand you can't stab an outlet with a fork kind of thing. Like he doesn't understand any of that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where he's taking light bulbs out or, just anything in the house. Basically, if it's not safe for a toddler, it is not safe for Finn.
I know some parents are like they have the whole like, well, consequence of their own action, they'll learn. But if he were to like hurt himself doing something dangerous, does he learn?
To an extent. So we had a speech therapist when Finn was in first steps. And we absolutely loved her. She would teach him the way that he learned, and it wasn't just, always by the book. If he learned better in water, she would let him sit in the bathtub, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she told us one time that children with autism, so for anything that it would take a neurotypical child 4 times to learn, it would take a child with autism 40 times.
Okay.
So, you say, don't run, you're going to fall down. And a neurotypical child, they're going to fall down 4 times, and they're going to realize, oh, I shouldn't be running. Finn's going to fall down 40 times before he's like, oh, should not have done that.
Yeah.
So eventually, he learns.
Okay.
But it takes some big ouchies sometimes, and a couple trips to the emergency room, and things like that. But just about everything he does, and that's why it's like they're big wins for us. But everybody's like, oh, like everybody does that, kind of thing. It's because it took him 10 times longer, than every child, and so we just get there in our own time.
Yeah.
So,
do you have any other advice for parents?
Oh gosh.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, like so hard.
You're probably like, let me just tell you my whole life story.
Day by day.
Yeah. I love to think about the keypad, turning the keypad around, and just the knowledge that like tech is not necessarily your savior.
I mean, the real advice would be that you have to learn your specific child, and then you go from there, and you can't rely on one specific thing, but you also can't just like discredit anything.
Yeah.
Just try every single option, and you will find one that works better for you.
Yeah.
Read all the reviews.
Yeah.
Watch all the videos.
Yeah.
You do all the things with every single one of them because you will need to, but find something and keep trying. Because if you give up, like, if we were like, oh, this lock didn't work, like, locks on our door don't work.
Right.
Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the right lock.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a slide lock. We've got a chain lock. We've got the one that goes out and over. We have the little, like, the tiny locks that you can put a little code on. We have those. We have, did I ever say the key? We've got a key. No, we've got a key. And then now we have the code.
Yep.
So, I mean, we definitely have tried over the years and finally found one that actually will keep him in.
Yeah. I also feel like there aren't a whole lot of companies like trying to create solutions.
No. So there are a lot of companies that say that they're autism friendly, or autistic friendly, however they want to put it.
Right.
They're not. They don't actually put the research. They go like, oh, well, this trapped you in, so this will trap everybody in, right? Well, it's not going to trap Finn in.
I know,
I'll tell you that right now.
Like, product tester for that bed.
Yes, exactly. Like, and I, emailed these companies. Like, I emailed Cubby Bed, and I was like, it took 8 sleeps.
Yeah.
8. Like, if you need someone, here he is, and he will tell you all the flaws with your product.
Yeah.
And you can correct them from. I mean, he has been smarter than us since he was probably like 4 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, like, outsmarting us over and over, and like, I feel like decently smart individuals. Decently smart individuals.
Right.
Like, it's like, we're not like that bad, right?
Yeah.
But he for years has been outsmarting us. And so he's going to figure out how to get out everything, because that's his goal.
Yeah.
So, that's what he is focused on, is like, how do I open this door? And he will hyper focus on it until he's out of the door.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, wow. We've had parents too, like, comment and say, this is the kind of device I need. And do you know of anything like it? And I look for them, and I'm like, there really isn't.
There's not many products, and the products that there are expensive.
Yes.
Like, Angel Sense is not affordable for the average family. And especially a special needs family. Because just in Finn's situation, my husband and I were talking about that last night, between his beds, his dog, his ABA, his speech, and his OT. He has spent almost $35,000, and we are halfway through May.
Is that just for this
Just
year?
for this year.
Wow.
$35,000.
Yeah, that was another question I have for
Yeah.
you. I'm glad you brought that up. It's not just like physical safety challenges. It's also financial
the
challenges.
financial strain, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, that's large items. That's his beds, his services. He tears down our blinds. He tears up our walls. You know, if he is trying to get out of somewhere and he breaks something trying to get out, that's something else we have to replace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very common with autistic children. You know, I mean, it's very, very common to spend thousands of dollars just repairing things every year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and
they can't afford an extra $500 just to put a little something on their kid and hope it works.
Right. Yeah. No. And I've looked for inexpensive alternatives, and there's just really nothing out there.
I feel like as far as trackers go, a lot of people are trying the AirTag as the most inexpensive one, but AirTags just have so many flaws to them.
Yes, they do.
That it's really not a good choice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No. And the geofencing on the various devices, like it'll send you alerts that are so delayed that
it's already too late.
An incredible head start. Yeah.
And you're looking at sometimes a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Is all you have.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no room for error.
No, it was the cars coming down the street.
No, yeah, exactly.
There's a dog out and about.
The water.
The water.
They can't swim. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit too about like Medicaid, and you do have Medicaid for Finn.
So we no longer have Medicaid.
You no longer have Medicaid for Finn.
There used to be a qualification that with his disability, he automatically qualified for Medicaid.
Yeah.
So the rest of our family did not qualify because of like our financial status.
Yeah.
However, Finn did qualify, which was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me because his medicines alone are close to $1,000 a month, and then his services are another $1,000 a month. Now it has changed to there is a financial obligation that you have to meet on top of the disability.
Really?
Yes. So it's not the same as this. Just anyone trying to get Medicaid. It's a little bit. You can have a little bit more money, but it's not much. So a lot of people are losing it actually.
Yeah.
Which is going to take away safety beds, strollers, car seats, all of the medical equipment that people were getting through insurance that they can no longer afford with their insurance.
Yeah. And you had help doing the t-shirt fundraiser, but not everybody might have.
And that's the thing. I mean, I had to work really, really hard. I will say that. Like, I'm not going to say that all of these people just jumped up. No. Because they absolutely didn't. I had to post, I had to be probably the most annoying person on Facebook for 3 months straight. Yeah. And post every single day of like, we're selling these t-shirts, we're doing this yard sale, we're, having this glow dance. Yes. Do you want to come? Do you want to donate? Do you want to whatever?
I remember your post about sorting through the yard sale stuff, and it was just like every night for forever.
Yeah. No one wanted to come and help. I mean, you do a lot of things as an autism parent by yourself. That's one of the first things you learn is your village. You might have a village this big. As soon as your child's a little bit different, your village. You might have a village this big. As soon as your child's a little bit different, your village is this big. And you do a lot by yourself, but you do it for your kid. Mm-hmm. And your kid's worth it. And so, I spent a lot of nights by myself touching other people's junk. Then one person's trash is another person's treasure. And we got like $8,000 or something. So, I mean, you put in the work and you put in the work and then it pays off, but they're worth it. So,
yeah, man. Well, I hope the Medicaid thing gets reversed or something.
We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think there was anything else I had to ask. Is there anything else you just want us to know about Finn?
Oh no, he's really cute and he's really smart and we love him a lot.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't change anything about him. I think that's one thing that a lot of people are like, oh, well, do you wish he wasn't autistic? Like, no.
Like, that is my son.
Because that wouldn't be Finn. Like, he'd be some weirdo that lives in my house. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I want my kid.
Yeah.
So, and he's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, watching him be able to undo a lock. If it wasn't to run away from my house, I would love that.
Yeah.
Like, show me how that works.
Yes.
Because I don't actually know. Please undo the cabinet locks that we just installed because I can't figure them out.
Yeah.
But, so it's just awesome to watch his little brain. I mean, he started in preschool when we would get the little notes. It was during COVID when he started preschool. So we didn't have face-to-face communication with his teacher. They'd send notes and be like, need new baby gate because he like figured out how to escape from the classroom.
Oh.
And things like that. So it started young. Yeah. Figuring it out. But
do you think it's going to get easier as he grows, or do you think more new challenges are going to emerge?
We'll have new challenges for sure. I feel like anytime you get past one phase and you're like, oh, thank goodness. Like we're getting out of that. Yeah. He'll find something else that, is a problem. But I do feel like overall it is getting easier. Yeah. And I don't know if that is the actual challenges are getting easier or we are just more educated and seasoned. that now we're like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't bother us. So I'll just sprint down the street now.
Yeah.
We had a friend that came to drop something off at the house one time, and it was just me and Finn. And I closed the door but didn't lock it. Ran down to the car. She goes, oh, no, there's Finn. He goes at the door, and he goes running. I just stop mid-conversation, go chase him down the street real fast, bring him right back to the house, and I'm finished my conversation. Like, that's our lives. That's just, that's what happens.
Yeah.
But
gotta be faster than him. That's your goal in life. Just be faster.
I need to start going to the gym because he's getting big. So.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you have to deal with it, and you just have to move on, because if you don't, you'll be really pouty, and then you won't even want to hang out with yourself. So.
Yep. So true. I just think you're an inspiration. I mean, I know that's really cliche, but like, it's not easy to roll with it.
No, it's not.
No.
And it definitely, like, I mean, I feel like sometimes my, like, jokes and, stuff like that makes it seem like, oh, it's easy for her. It's not. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. I mean, there are at least one day a week where, like, I'm almost in tears because something happened. And it's not always like an elopement. It's, a communication with school. Or he's trying to communicate something with us and he can't. Or he's upset and we can't communicate to him how to make him not upset. Or, is he ever going to have any friends? It's just random things. But they're all tied into that autism. Yeah. So, I mean, we definitely have bad days, but you can't sit in your bad days. You gotta just go with it. Yep.
Well, I think I've picked your brain just about as much as I possibly can. I'm going to tell people to leave a comment below this video if you have a question.
Yes, that would be great. I would love to answer
maybe we can do
questions.
a follow-up if we end up getting a bunch of questions, or I can just email you. And so thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.